Older people and novices may be too recoil sensitive, or you may be selecting a backup gun pocket pistol and don't want to deal with the snap of a micro 9mm or 380 pistol. Or it could be that you have seen the Lite that less kick means easier shooting and hitting the target is what matters first and foremost. Whatever your reason might be, let's talk about some good choices of a softer shooting gun. Walther CCP-M2 380. The Walther CCP-M2 is one of the great all-around defensive pistols on the market. It's a good carry gun and a good home defense gun for people of just about any experience level or physical condition. The Walther CCP uses a novel gas piston system instead of the short recoil operation of basically most handguns, which makes the 9mm version a little softer shooting than other compact 9mm pistols. In 380 ACP, the recoil is almost non-existent. Additionally, with its accessory rail for a light or laser and 8+1 capacity, it makes a terrific home defense option as well. The fact that it is so easy to operate and easy to shoot makes it a great all-around gun for just about anybody. The hitch with most 380 pistols is they're tiny, making them unpleasant to shoot. The CCP-M2 380 is a compact single stack, so it's easy to control. Since it doesn't need the stiffer spring rate of a typical striker-fired pistol, the slide is easy to manipulate as well. Walther makes some outstanding pistols. The PPQ, PVP, and Key 5 in particular are exceptional, but anyone who has fired one can testify to the CCP-M2 380 being a real sleeper in their catalog. Smith & Wesson Shield EZ 380 ACP. The Smith & Wesson Shield EZ in 380 ACP was designed specifically for people with arthritis and those who have difficulty operating the controls on a semi-automatic defensive pistol. Thanks to the M&P 380 Shield EZ's slim grip with good ergonomics and grippy texture, and its nice little beaver tail, shooters with most any hand size will have no problem acquiring a high, solid, secure grip. Thanks to the 380 ACP chambering, which puts out about 56% the energy of 9mm, and the tilt barrel short recoil operation, rather than straight blowback operation, the Shield EZ shoots very softly. The Shield EZ, being chambered for the 380 round, produces naturally less recoil than a comparable 9mm offering. The slide is among the easiest to rack back on any semi-auto pistol on the market today. The 8-round stainless steel magazines feature tabs on both sides that make them significantly easier to load. Striking a great balance between mouse gun and doobie gun, the compact or subcompact M&P 380 Shield EZ provides a healthy sight radius, a full grip, proper control ergonomics, and 18.5 ounces of recoil absorption. It shoots every bit as soft and as flat as you'd hope. Ruger SR22. The 22LR may not be considered the best round for self-defense, but it can be used for that purpose if need be. If you are a very recoil-sensitive person especially, the 22LR may be the best choice for a defensive firearm. One example of a 22LR pistol that would be a decent choice for defense is the Ruger SR22. The SR22 is a modern-looking compact gun with front and back serrations that make it appealing and functional. It sports a stainless steel barrel and a polymer frame. This gun is heavily based off of the Walther P22, but is also known for being more reliable. The SR22 has a 10+1 capacity, is small enough to conceal carry, and is large enough to fight with adequately. With its aluminum and polymer construction, the SR22 is very light, and the 22LR cartridges guarantee that the gun has low to non-existent recoil, hence allowing you to shoot quickly and accurately. The SR22 is a relatively small and lightweight handgun, making it easy to carry around coupled with the versatility of the rifle. It makes for a perfect all-around pistol for target shooters, and you can even use it as a backup home defense or as a beginning training pistol for first-time users. SCCY CPX3. SCCY is one of those companies that get a lot of hate from the experts in the industry and a lot of love from people who actually own their pistols. SCCY Firearms has made a name for itself building and selling the subcompact CPX1 and CPX2 9mm pistols. Now the company is adding to that line with the CPX3, an even smaller pistol chambered in 380 ACP. The CPX3 is a pleasant shooter with a thinner grip than with their 9mm guns and a lighter than average recoil spring. What this translates into is an easier time racking the slide. It isn't quite as easy to rack as the Smith & Wesson EZ is, but is a huge improvement over other 380 guns I've felt. As for right now, this gun seems like a winner for those of us who would like to carry 10+1 rounds of ammo and a lighter recoiling, easier to manipulate gun. In fact, the CPX3 checks all of the boxes for weaker-handed individuals in that it recoils light. Its slide is easier to manipulate than similar guns, and the trigger, while being double action only, is actually pretty easy to pull. Its small size makes it a good choice for someone who is looking for an easy-to-shoot defensive pistol for the home that can also work as a concealed carry pistol. Springfield Armory EMP-4 9mm. The Springfield Armory EMP is a semi-automatic M1911 single-stack 9mm pistol made by Springfield Armory. It's essentially a 9mm 1911. Because it is a 1911, it is an all-metal frame and is technically heavier than the other guns on this list. It tips the scale at 31 ounces, and that is precisely why it is a good option for those who struggle to handle the recoil on other guns. This 1911 pattern pistol has a grip frame which has been scaled down from the traditional 45 ACP size to fit the smaller 9mm cartridge. The magazines hold 10 rounds, the fiber optic front sight is easy to see, and the single action trigger is smooth right out of the box. Springfield ships this pistol with a full set of accessories including 3 magazines, a holster, and a magazine pouch. The heavier the pistol is, the better recoil management that gun offers, within reason of course. The main reason why is because a heavier gun will help absorb it more. I do want to stress, however, that this is the EMP-4 version, not the other EMP with the shorter barrel, as it will recoil into your hand a lot more. Springfield Armory touts the Springfield Armory EMP as their 1911 concealed carry pistol, as the concealed carry champ in the 1911 world. Ruger LCP2 Light Rack. Micro pistols in 380 ACP are and have always been known to be snappy, but Ruger offers an LCP2 in 22 LR. The Ruger LCP2 Light Rack was created, according to Ruger's marketing, as a training gun, so you could shoot a 22 but carry the 380, but it may actually be the smarter pistol of the small Ruger autos. 22 is a more viable caliber for self-defense than some realize. With quality ammunition, it's reliable and can penetrate deeply enough in tissue to cause vital damage, so don't sell it short. In a tiny gun, it's going to barely recoil at all. The slide is easier to manipulate, and capacity is 10+1 rather than 6+1. And the gun weighs less than 12 ounces unloaded. The only hitch seems to be ammunition preference, meaning some shooters have reported that some ammunition, usually the cheap stuff, doesn't run reliably. But there's an ignition kit available from Galloway Precision that's known to improve any ammo reliability issues. Beretta PX4 Storm. A modern pistol that almost all shooters report as being much milder in recoil than any other is the Beretta PX4 Storm. While the DASA trigger system and its controls require some practice to get proficient with, a lot of owners report the gun will reward that practice with a softer recoil impulse than most modern service pistols and one of the better factory DASA triggers. The gun's party piece is a rotating barrel, which cams inside the slide rather than tilting, which most modern pistols do, as most handguns are based on the Browning short recoil tilting barrel system. The theory is the rotating barrel disperses recoil force instead of directing it into a locking block or slide stop pin, which is where most of the mechanical stress from recoil accumulates. A lot of top shooters and trainers have said the PX4 is the sleeper in Beretta's catalog due to its qualities. If you wanted a more modern 9mm pistol than an old-school Wonder 9, but find the Poly Striker guns to be a bit too snappy, this might be the ticket.